Well, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Gone Home. Alright, so we just finished off in the other rooms. Now we're in the study, it looks like, I think. Alright, so we'll take a peek around and see what's around here. Nothing but books here. Nothing but books, I think. What? Oh, okay. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Janice, thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighting tape, and I gave my permission. He needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary Schultz. Okay.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Hey, nothing wrong with good Nintendo games, man. I used to play Sonic back in the day. Those are fun times. An assignment. What's this? Reproductive System Worksheet 6. Samantha Greenbrier. Let's see. Below are two stories. The events are out of order. Get a sheet of lined paper. Write Reproductive System Worksheet number 6 at the top. Then choose one of the two stories, A or B, and rewrite it. Begin with the title of your name. Find the topic sentence. Beginning paragraph. Put this in. Blah blah blah. The menstrual cycle. Okay. Samantha Greenbrier, Period 4, Health Class, Mrs. Myers, Reproductive System Worksheet 6, Menstrual Cycle, Anubula. The early morning of September 1st, 1937, Isa Glatz stares out the window of the train as it travels from Vienna back to her home village of William in Poland. As the train rumbles along but the sun rises over the countryside, she can only think of her dear Borsev, the boy she is engaged to wed. Meanwhile, deep within her guts, an ovum starts to develop. Isa's train approaches its destination. Her heart races. The lining of the uterus is getting thick and soft. As Isa steps off the train, her eyes dart quickly across the gathered crowd. Then there, her dear Boris, still in his baker's smock. He must have dropped his early morning duties at his father's shop to come meet her. Her heart skips a beat. The ovary releases the ovum. It travels through the fallopian tube. Over the wheezing of the steam engines, a deep hum grows. It's coming from the sky. Dark shadows pass over the station, a whistling sound. Isa, her thoughts only a second faster than the bombs, reaches out toward her dear bonds across the crowd. Their eyes locked, and the moment freezes. The flash of smoke envelops them almost instantly. In the assault by German forces, almost 75% of the people in her hometown are killed. The rest, including Isa, and for a time, Borislav, huddled in a half-destroyed church. He is blind, his legs are missing, bandaged with torn bedsheets. Isa's egg will not be meaning a sperm, it dissolves. About 2 weeks later, Boris loses his grip on life. Isa has given up her rations to keep Boris alive, but in the end, nothing can save him. Since the lining of the uterus is not needed for a pregnancy, it comes out through the vagina. Isa vows to survive. She sets off to join the Polish resistance as a daring spy and saboteur. Another ovum starts to develop in one of the ovaries, and the process begins again. It is incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. See me. Wow. That's really dark. That is super dark. What a story that is. That is wicked, wicked, wicked dark. There's nothing in this soda can. What's this? Vodka. I don't eat vodka. Alright, what do we got down here? Dad's second book. The Accidental Paria. Terrence Greenbrier. A message from our future saved the president's life once, but within the next 24 hours there will be another attempt and the lines of communication are down. Read letter. Let's just say March 8, 1976. Mr. Greenbrier. I heard something. I hear mere noises. Okay. I write to inform you that, unfortunately, Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Paria, despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior. We went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have, in fact, been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Ooh, wow. So basically, yeah, so I think Mr. Terrence Greenbrier was probably depressed that his sales didn't go as planned, so he dropped the series. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Alright, what do we got in here? Reno. Hi, Lonnie. So if you wanted to come over to my house, still has a afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too. So hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to hang, and we can meet in the parking lot after 6. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm gonna kick your butt. Get ready.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
See if we can make snake eyes. Katie, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. What's missing? Please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. Oh, it's locked. Okay. I think we'll find the key. Alright, so it looks like I mostly checked this area out. I'm gonna go upstairs, I guess. I already checked that closet. So yeah, it's time for me to go upstairs. Let's see what we got here. Control burn schedule for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise above the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week. As part of a forestry service run controlled burn of overgrown sections of Flintlock National Forest. Forestry crews have been preparing the area for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into Thursday, depending on speed of progress, according to the Forestry Service. In addition to removing dead and overgrown vegetation that can lead to wildfires in drier months, the operation will serve as a valuable training tool for the forestry and firefighting personnel involved, said senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier. Smoke will likely linger in the area through the following weekend. Huh. Okay. What's in here? Notice a temporary personnel transfer. Bruce Pendleton, head of personnel, State Forestry Service. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station at Flintlock National Forest, effective September 2nd, 1994. Please see attached personnel file. The overseeing officer at Flintlock Forestry Station, senior conservationist Janice Greenbrier, is charged with the supervision of transferred personnel. The duration of the transfer will be based upon performance evaluation as well as the recommendation of the overseeing officer. Okay, so basically, planner. Okay, so basically, I'm the mother is actually transferred for some reason. Couples bowling, I think is what it means. Cooking class Cake apron. Cooking class, cooking class, cooking class. Oh, well. Ballroom dancing. Oh, okay. Ballroom dancing. Oh. Cook the big meal for Carrie and Sam. Oh, for Katie and Sam. The big meal. It's the big meal. Bravo Peel. Potty mouth.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
Stop leaving every damn light on the house. As your sister. Well, I kind of want to keep the lights on. Daniel called. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game came back. To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, as 17 years old and therefore independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compared with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Ooh, Jesus. Turn the lights off. Let's see some of these drawers here. Let's see some of this music probably.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. We're such a good old day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna...
God. I can't stand her voice. Alright, cartridge. Oh, magic eye. Oh, let's see what this looks like. That is a shark. That's a shark. Let's see if this pulls out anything. It's a heart. That's a heart. I love Magic Eye. It's so fun. It's pretty cool that they put it in the game. You can still use it. Got some Nintendo games. Let's see what we got here. War games. You going to dance with anyone? Nope. Chapter. What's this? The King's Labyrinth, Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in the flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate of their own now grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalkily down a bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moss that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language that could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great base of the Dead's King throne room lay below. Skeletal and rotted robes, the king has hunched over the blue orb topping his world scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers dance on the walls like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks of the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase, hewn from rock, led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegro said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention and lead you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker, and you know I'm dealing with mystic energies like these. I'll circle to the other side and get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line, all traced but this invisible thread, of course. Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. Let's see. The first mate tried the shrining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his, "Wait, no. The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do nothing to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop, even from across the yawning basin. Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running toward the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shredded. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. She ran far away. Holy Bible. Black Samantha. S is for special, A is for adorable, M is for merry, A is for affectionate, N is for nice, T is for thoughtful, H is for honest, A is for admirable. Cool. Alright, so there's nothing left in the closet. I think that's it. Codes. Chun-Li moves. Fireball, hold, punch, lightning kick, kick, helicopter kick. Okay. So it must be video game codes. There's a locker here. And I need a combination for that, which I don't have yet. But cups. Cups everywhere. So this place groove. For sure, this is the one me and Dad are building. Wanna go for a ride when it's done? Sure, why not? Go for a ride. See what's this desk here. Misfits. Sam, I think the creative writing track would be a perfect fit for you. English creative writing, 3 students from each track will be offered full scholarship for the first year at Reed. Interesting. Hell, I'll go. Let's see what's in here. Mr. Benchley observed Mrs. DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with an unacceptable image at the front, a large beer can labeled Pappas Blue Ribbon. Mrs. DeSoto was sent to the guidance counselor's office. Mrs. DeSoto was given the option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from her gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. Mrs. DeSoto chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer, no answering machine. Mrs. DeSoto must return this form tomorrow, signed by her father. Student signature, Lonnie D. Interesting. Forged signature. Assuming that's her friend. What's this? Little honey rules. Airbrush. Toothbrush. heard that. That was not me. This one's broken indeed. Wild color, red right hand.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it. So either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I am just dished out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I gonna barf? According to Todd, it is pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle. So that's kind of hilarious. Also something about cheeseburgers. It's important. Todd wants to see it again. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. Haha, alright, see you then. Barf. Plus, why would they have a conversation on paper? Did they have cell phones back in the 90s? Or maybe they just couldn't afford them. I mean, since they're in a mansion and all that, they couldn't afford it. Oh, barf. Oh, jeez, you. Condom. Just like these drawers. Wow, they must have left in a hurry. They don't have VCRs here. I mean, come on. We gotta have at least some VCRs in this room. Alright, so there's nothing down here. Down the sink, some toothpaste, a brush. Nothing really in here. Let's check this other side of the bathroom. Shaving cream. After the honeymoon, rediscovering your spouse, personally, spiritually, sexually. Ugh. Seems to be the parents' bedroom. Dear Jan, oh honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel, but Bob and I have our own down periods. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. We get used to each other. You live your own lives in the same house. The kids grow up, they go away. I'm sorry, this isn't helping, is it? Don't worry, Terry. We'll get our whatever's distracting him. Things will go back to normal. And as if Sam being distant, that's a teenager for you. Nothing to worry about. In the meantime, though, this controlled burn, that sounds like see, Julie, the adventure. Oh, it's quite the adventure. But let's cut to the chase. This new manager they sent, that's what I want to hear about? Ranger Rick? You have to be kidding me. It's too perfect. You have to tell me everything. And send pictures. I want the whole package. Wait, that sounded wrong. Keep your chin up until Terry is out of his slump. And in the meantime, write more letters to your old friend Carol. She adores them. Carol. Okay. Walt Whitman. Leaves of grass. Take your time. I'm glad to have it in good hands, Rick. Interesting. Guess that's what she wants, huh? Watercolor technique for floors and still lifes. Oh, look, a ghost game. Escape from Ghost Mansion. Okay. Holy Bible. Protect me, Lord. Protect me. Unknown Dimensions Literature. Kaz Publisher. Okay. This is the postcard. Dear Mama, Dad, and Sam, I am in the channel. This is my second passage through the channel. I'm on my way back from London, this time going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write to you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the channel. London was great. Dad, I know you always wanted to visit. I think you already should. You love it. If you wanted to come back, here's my family sometime. I guess you'll be convinced. Love you, Katie. Interesting. Looks like it's... Yep. She left her purse here, too. Man, they just left in a hurry. Where did they go? Why is this door open? Turn that light on. I heard that. I heard those floorboards squeak. It's right down there. Oscar's somewhere in this house. I know it. Katie, Mom and Dad are going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you can come home on short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Sam. Oh. Hey Sam, you were asking about my erotic ribbons? Meant, here's a handy guide. Orienting. This means the Army thinks I can find my way around. Rifle team. The Army has branded me as a certified killing machine. Adventure training. So, let's see. I am bored. Adventures and no borders can hold me. The Army recognizes this. So if you didn't think I was cool before, now you do. Opposition book. Sightings journal. Oh boy. Sightings journal. Jeez. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, there was no one there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? Note, I was not wearing my glasses. September 3rd, 1994. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said, hello? Now investigating probably was first. September 9th. Poured milk from carton in fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Milk was just bought yesterday. October 9th, 1994, 11:24 p.m. Lonnie says she feels a presence in the TV room. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We build a protective pillow for it. Oh, October 22nd, 1994. Lonnie and I employ a Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. October 28th, 1994. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of other unworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remain unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in the probably leaky roof, due to the leaky roof. Sample taken, just in case. Despite all our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. Ooh, man. So this house is haunted. Why is it haunted? That's the question. I'm wonder what happened if I turn all the lights off. Exam form. Performance evaluation, Richard Cardamock. Let's see. Knowledge and skill, 5. Supervisor comments. Ranger Cardamock has been indispensable during the course of the prescribed burn preparation and execution. I believe his expertise and dedication have been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of the Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to this facility. Side Janice Greenbrier. Okay. There's another cassette tape. Alright. Let's put this in here. Already off to a bad start. Pulling out. Pretty cool with the animation. Sewing machine. Healthy choices, skill for a healthful life. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner and I found a secret passage and it had Austin's creepy old stuff in it. Really? So closet, library. Mom and Dad's room, bathroom, closet. Oh my god, got to see this. We're skipping 6. I'm in the sewing room. The first maid. Okay, so this is where she was making costumes. Heavens to Betsy. Polly Ruku Wildlife. He saved her from the raging flames, and then the things really heated up. Wait, is that Carrie Eels? It might be Carrie Eels. Halloween show. Misfits. Don't forget your costume.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between 2 songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. So we're going to continue into the secret room in the next episode. Oh man, this is getting good. Hearing creaks in the floors. Oscar's somewhere in this house somewhere. Just don't know where he is. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll catch you later in the next part.